What is up, everyone? It is Ice Cap News here with another video for you today. And today, I just wrapped up my Game 7 coverage from the St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins. But that's not what this video is about. If you want to go see that at the end of this video, please go watch that. But this video is about the Philadelphia Flyers and Shane Gostisbehere, along with a few other trade destinations that involve other players. So we're going to start off with Shane Gostisbehere. The Philadelphia Flyers started off the season for high expectations for their young left-handed defenseman. It didn't work out that way. Gostisbehere had a very difficult season. He couldn't really get his season rolling, and as a result of that, he did not have a good season. Gostisbehere struggled all season long. He couldn't get his points up. He struggled massively defensively, and the Flyers lost a lot of production because of Shane Gostisbehere, and inevitably missed the playoffs because of the lack of production from certain players like Shane Gostisbehere and Wayne Simmons that was traded. They had that situation with Yuri Laterra. Before Carter Hart, before him, there was a goaltending issue, just like the Flyers have always had. They had Neuver, Elliott, all these guys, Alex Lyon, Stolarz was traded to Edmonton. So that's the situation with the Flyers, but Shane Gostisbehere is the main story topic in this video. So Shane Gostisbehere has been officially put onto the market by the Philadelphia Flyers, but doesn't necessarily mean he will 100% be traded by Philadelphia. For example, Gostisbehere is still very young, still a lot of potential, and he showed in his first season as a Flyer, his rookie season 2 years ago, that he can produce at a high level, and he could be an elite NHL defenseman one day. He is a very good player, don't get me wrong. He could chip in on offense tremendously, and his defense game really needs to step up. He kind of looks more of a forward than a defenseman at times because his defense just is lackluster. Hasn't been the guy that they wanted him to be in terms of defense or offense last season, if we're talking about that. So now, let's talk about destinations. The Philadelphia Flyers are rumored to be talking to number 3, the Florida Panthers, number 2, the Minnesota Wild, and number 1, the best fit I see, is the Montreal Canadiens. Now let's talk about these 3 destinations and why they all could work and why they might not. So, number 3, we're going to start off with the Florida Panthers. Could they get Shane Gostisbehere? Yes. Do I think it'll happen? No. They could fit because the Panthers' defense is lackluster. It's just not good. Keith Yandel is on the brink of the end of his career. Ekblad, these guys, I'm not very familiar with the Panthers' defense, but, they traded a few guys away. They just don't have a great defense, and Gostisbehere could really, really fit there. But I don't think the Panthers have enough to offer the Flyers, and the Flyers, I don't think they're going to trade to Florida for whatever reason. The Panthers, don't get me wrong, they have a nice prospect pool, but I can't see them trading anything to Philadelphia for Shane Gostisbehere. They could pick a defenseman in this year's draft. I believe, I might be wrong, I think they have the 13th overall pick. They could pick a very good defenseman. They could pick Hoglander, they could pick Cam York, they could pick anyone who is available at that spot. So do I see Florida as a potential landing spot for Shane Gostisbehere? Yes, I do. Okay, let's go to number 2. The Minnesota Wild. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. So the Wild, kind of in a hard situation. They're like in the middle of like a kind of win now mentality, but they're kind of in a rebuild at the same in the same aspect. Their defense is okay. They have Matt Dumba, they have Ryan Suter, Jared Spurgeon. They have a pretty good they have a pretty good system defensively. But again, Gostisbehere is a very good addition to any NHL team looking for young and fast defense. He'll bring you what you need I think the Wild should enter a rebuild just because they've made the playoffs a lot the recent years, and they haven't done anything. So it hasn't been good for the Wild, and they missed this year by a good chunk. By 8 points, they missed the playoffs this year. So I do see them making a strong push for Shane Gostisbehere, and at the end, he very well could be a Minnesota Wild at the end of the day. Now, shift to where I think he'll land if he doesn't stay in Pennsylvania. The Montreal Canadiens. Absolutely perfect fit for the Canadiens. They need a young defense. They have Shea Weber, who had a few injury problems this past season. And they have a few guys that have been inconsistent for them. So, I've heard talk of them trying to bring back Alexei Yemelin, which I don't think is a good idea at all. He's washed up, and he was never really an elite defenseman. So I'd take Gostisbehere over, what's his face? Yemelin any day. Here's what the package could look like. You get Gostisbehere. And the talk is that the Canadiens, don't take this for verbatim, but I did see this scattered all over the internet. Frost, who was one of their top prospects, the Flyers, very promising prospect, could be in a potential deal to go to Montreal. Now, back to Philadelphia is rumored to be Paul Byron and Andrew Shaw, the man with the terrible contract here in the NHL. So, and potentially a prospect along, or maybe even a draft pick, if we're talking along those lines. One of the two sources that I got this from was Fansided, and also I saw that on a video from the Hockey Guy, which he got it from other sources as well. So now, this could be a big deal. This could be a one-for-one deal, or this deal might not happen at all. I think if he is traded, it's either going to be to those three teams. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go into detail about it. I want to keep this video short. But the Flyers, they're going to be a good team soon. Because you got, pieces. They have Ratcliffe as a prospect, I'm talking about now. They have Frost, whose name has been, varying around. They have the 11th overall pick. They very well could trade. I don't think they should. A guy that they could take at 11 if he is there is Arthur Kaliev. Pure goal scorer. The kid is a great goal scorer, but his effort isn't really there all the time. So, kind of keep a look at it that he could fall very well, but we'll see what happens. Hoglander will be there. Podkolzin is there. He's definitely going to fall. And the Flyers could very well pick him. If the Red Wings don't take him with Steve Yzerman, because Yzerman has a thing for Russians and everyone knows that, I think very well could go to the Flyers is Vasily Podkolzin. Now, that's the thing. The Flyers are in a good position. Do they screw it up and go for Paul Byron and Andrew Shaw's terrible contract? Or do they go to Minnesota? Do they go to Florida? Do they go to LA with Gostisbehere could be a good fit there with a team going into a rebuild and they need a young defenseman around that, like that. And the Kings are also trying to look for a suitor to get rid of Dion Phaneuf, who had a horrible season. So, does that happen? It could. I don't know. Maybe the Coyotes are a good fit for Shane Gostisbehere. The Coyotes are looking at big names this offseason because they want to win now, and I don't blame them. They have a good team. Just missed the playoffs by 3 points last season. So, Gostisbehere could go anywhere. He could go to a lot of places. But let me know what you guys think. Drop it down in the comments section below. Again, where does Shane Gostisbehere go? And let me know what you think. Also, other trade destinations for different players. Corey Perry could be traded. His name is everywhere. The Ducks they are probably going to jump ship on a lot of guys. Corey Perry could go maybe to the Dallas Stars, a playoff team. The Blues could do it if they want to make another run at it next year. Why wouldn't they? They're going to try it. Why not go out and get Corey Perry? He would be a huge addition. If they don't need to give up a lot, the Ducks aren't asking for a lot, supposedly. Go get Corey Perry. He'll help tremendously. Maybe that's where he goes. Just an idea. The Devils have been rumored to get him in the talks. Not the Lightning. Other teams. The Canadians are looking for one more big piece. That's why I said Gostisbehere. They're in talks. They want one more big piece to get that push and finally get them back to the playoffs after a few seasons of missing it. So, Corey Perry, he could be. Phil Kessel's name has kind of dwindled off a bit. But don't get me wrong, he still could be traded. There are more players. I'll make a longer and more detailed video about that. But please, more on what you guys want, please drop in the comments section below. Subscribe, like this video as always, and comment what you want. Post notifications on, click the bell. And again, I am IceCap News. Please watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back very soon with another video. Again, suggestions down below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless. And thank you for watching.